Less than 4 total hours of sleep across the entire week. Nearly 15 hours every single day are spent inside the Pacific Ocean, with water temperatures hovering around 65 degrees Fahrenheit. Only 1 in 4 will ever make it this far. Let's talk about exactly who this man is. Because what he's about to go through, most people wouldn't last a single day. This is a United States Navy SEAL, stands for sea, air, and land. He is specifically trained to operate in every single environment on Earth, underwater, airborne, and deep inside enemy territory, often all three in the same mission. His job is to go where conventional military forces cannot. But even among SEALs, what he's about to do is considered extreme. When a hostage is taken in a foreign country and diplomacy fails, they call him. When an enemy target is too dangerous, too remote, too politically sensitive, they call him. When intelligence needs to be gathered without anyone ever knowing, they call him. There are approximately 2,500 active-duty Navy SEALs in the entire United States military, in a country of 335 million people. That's a fraction of a fraction of a fraction. The man here tonight survived all of it, every single hour. So if years of the world's most brutal training couldn't break him, can a rough sea finally finish the job? Let's look at his routine. This is the part that pushes even elite soldiers to their limit. The alarm hits at 4 a.m. Before he's even fully awake, he's drinking 16 to 20 ounces of water. Ship air is dry and recycled. His body has been dehydrated all night. Hydration is fix number 1. By 4:30, he's on the back deck and working out. No gym, just the flight deck, stairwells, and helicopter pad. He runs laps, and a destroyer's flight deck is only 40 meters long. That's 25 laps just to hit 1 mile. He runs them anyway. Between that, 200 push-ups, 100 pull-ups, 300 air squats, flutter kicks, plank holds. The full session runs 90 minutes and burns between 600 and 900 calories. By 6 a.m., he gets exactly 4 minutes in the shower, then straight to breakfast. And the crazy part, this is the easiest part of his entire day. 4 to 5 eggs. Oatmeal with peanut butter, toast, fruit, black coffee. That's roughly 800 to 1,000 calories, and it still isn't enough. On a full mission day, his body needs between 4,000 and 5,500 calories just to stay functional. Eat short of that, the body starts eating itself. You believe this training already pushed him to the absolute edge of death, but that's not even the main part. This is where things get serious. At 7 a.m., the team sits down together. The intelligence officer pulls up the target. For the next 2 hours, they go through everything. The ship, its size, where it was last spotted, how many people are on board, and how dangerous they are. They talk through the rules, they plan for casualties. Then all 16 SEALs, split into 2 groups of 8, rehearse the entire mission out loud, over and over, until every single man knows every other man's job by heart. By 9 a.m., any one of them could run this mission alone, because once they leave this room, there's no room for mistakes. The next 3 hours are pure preparation. They drill close-quarter combat. They practice climbing ship ladders on a mock structure. Every man strips his M4A1 rifle blindfolded and puts it back together. Because when your heart is pounding above 145 beats per minute, your hands stop working precisely. Radio frequencies are tested. Every earpiece, every throat mic, every encrypted AN/PRC 152A channel is confirmed working. At 1100, the corpsman runs a full-team medical check, IFAKs inspected, tourniquets tested, chest seals counted. Marksmanship, diving, and shipboarding training are all covered within this single block. By 1200, their bodies are broken down, and their minds are locked in for the next part. By 1300, the lunch is down and the clock is ticking. Now comes the part where one small mistake can get someone killed. The first hour is gear prep. Each operator breaks down his full kit on a flat surface and goes through it piece by piece. The M4A1 SOP mod carbine is field stripped, inspected, and rebuilt. Each 30-round magazine is checked. feed lips, spring tension, and round count. He carries 6 to 8 mags plus a SIG P226 Mk25 sidearm with 3 backup magazines. His plate carrier gets checked for strap integrity, plate seating, and quick release function. Every piece of gear you see here exists for one reason: survival. The ANPEQ-15 infrared laser is bore-sighted. ANPVS-31. A binocular units are battery-checked and lens-cleaned. The LARV Draeger rebreather is pressure-tested to confirm the CO2 scrubber canister hasn't been compromised. Every item is checked twice. Some men check it 3 times. After gear, there's one mandatory non-negotiable order: lie down for 90 minutes. The body needs rest to restore reaction time and cognitive sharpness. A 0.3-second delay in decision-making is the difference between life and death. At 1700, it's dinner: brown rice or sweet potato, 150 grams. Healthy fats, and critically, 32 ounces of water plus an electrolyte tablet. Because in a wetsuit, a seal can lose 1 to 2 liters of sweat per hour. By 1800, the team gets one last intelligence update. At 1900, every SEAL gets their wetsuit on. Plate carrier over it, 6 to 8 M4 magazines loaded, knife strapped to the leg. At 2000, the platoon leader walked the mission through minute by minute. The boat drops. The sea is waiting. What happens next? This is where training ends and reality begins. At exactly 2100, the team gets the green light. A 36-foot rigid hull inflatable boat is lowered into the water. The SWCC operator guns it immediately. Speed climbs to 35 to 40 knots across open water. Each impact sends 4 to 5 Gs of force up through the hull, straight into the spine of every SEAL sitting in that boat. Core body temperature is already toward hypothermia. Heart rate is sitting at 110 to 120 beats per minute, and the real work hasn't started yet. At 2200, the assault boat pulls alongside the target vessel. At 10 p.m., the boat pulls up next to the target ship. A device shoots a hook 23 feet up the side of the ship. A rope ladder drops down. Now the SEALs climb. They make it up. And now, they're completely exposed, and the real work begins. On deck, they move together in a tight line, one behind the other, checking every corner, every doorway, every shadow for anyone waiting to ambush them. Clearing a ship this size takes 2 to 3 hours. They photograph everything, tag everything, log everything. Every piece of evidence gets bagged with a GPS stamp and a timestamp. Anyone detained gets their hand zip-tied within seconds of being caught. Meanwhile, the team's medic is quietly moving through the group, checking for cuts from the ladder, head injuries from the boat ride over, and early signs of hypothermia. Because at water temperatures of 65 to 70 degrees Fahrenheit, the body starts entering clinical hypothermia in as little as 30 to 60 minutes. These men have been soaking wet for hours. By 1 a.m., they're sliding back down the ropes to the boat. And this is where exhaustion becomes dangerous. Their core body temperatures have already dropped to 35 to 36 degrees Celsius. His body is shutting down, fingers numb, breathing tight, sitting right on the edge of dangerous hypothermia. The boat hammers through the waves at 30 miles per hour back to the main ship. Cold, exhausted, soaking wet, mission complete. But the duty is not even close to done. The team hits the deck, soaking wet, bodies wrecked. First order, wetsuits off, dry clothes on, immediately. The corpsman runs a full check on every man. Sprains, lacerations, concussions from the boat transit, all surface now that the adrenaline is gone. Injuries the body hid during the mission show up in the next 20 minutes. Weapons get cleaned within 30 to 45 minutes of return. Then comes the debrief. Every second of the operation gets reconstructed out loud. The platoon commander leads it. What worked, what didn't, were the rules of engagement followed at every moment. All of it goes into a written report, up the chain of command, within 2 hours of landing back on deck. By 0400, the SEAL finally lies down, and his muscles are already beginning to repair themselves. He gets maybe 5 hours before morning, PT starts again. This happens every day during operations for 6 to 8 months straight. And when he finally comes home, he spends weeks trying to remember what normal feels like before the 12-month training cycle starts all over again.